Good morning. This is Dylan Jovine with Behind the Markets. Happy Monday. Today's Monday, April 6th, and boy, oh boy, dated crude oil prices, Brent crude prices, have surged to $141 a barrel. That is the highest level since the 2008 financial crisis. It's a big deal. Historic, really. So what is dated Brent crude versus regular Brent? Dated Brent crude is when you buy physical delivery within 10 to about 30 days max. What does this tell you? The price for futures, oil futures in June is at 109. But the physical market to actually get your hands on oil, Brent crude oil today, is $141. So people are scrambling. There's a big disconnect between futures contracts and physical delivery, certainly pockets where people are really scrambling to get their hands on oil. And you've heard a little bit about this. We're in Asia, Europe, they're rationing. They're talking about rationing oil. It is a big deal. These are actual cargoes, actual ships that are being sold to the highest bidder. Basically, they're bidding up. Investors, or governments, I'm sure, are bidding up these prices that are on the market, let's say for June delivery for $109, but governments are scrambling to get their hand on this oil and they're bidding up these prices to 140. Again, the last time dated Brent touched such heights was 18 years ago. Now, I was talking to my kids the other day and they're like, if America's energy independent, why do we care about the Strait of Hormuz? And I said, well, it's like the human body. One supply issue somewhere affects the rest of the body. If you have a blockage in your heart, that's going to affect the entire system. It increases prices everywhere because it's really all interconnected, especially such a sophisticated old market like the oil market. This is a big deal. And Morgan Stanley was out with a note last week where they basically said, it was kind of real obvious, that the oil issue, the energy issue, really does not bode well for foreign stocks specifically. So they adjusted their 60-40 portfolio from 60% stocks, 40% bonds to 55% stocks, 45% bonds. And they're saying basically sell some stocks, raise some extra cash, put that in cash, and see if opportunities come into play. And right now, their ideal portfolio was 55% U.S. stocks, 25% core fixed income, 20% government bonds, and 5% agency-backed securities. And what they're saying also is foreign stocks are going to be hit harder by this, foreign companies. Remember, earlier in the year, everybody was saying the foreign trade, buy everywhere, but the U.S. is so fully valued, go out and buy foreign indexes, buy foreign countries, and you're going to do very well. This is a big reversal on that because now these countries are really facing an energy crisis. And in America, it's hard for us to understand. We face inflation at the pump. You've seen prices of gasoline go higher for sure, but we're not rationing. We do have a lot of oil. So it hits us differently. But for Asia and for Europe, this is a matter of national security. This is some serious stuff, which is why these governments are bidding up these prices of oil. This is a very historic thing. This is a very, very big deal. So we're going to keep an eye on this. It could have dramatic ramifications for the stock market, of course, because as these people panic and they start buying this up and they start conserving and they stop getting a lot of trade from the Middle East, these Middle Eastern countries stop buying bonds, stop buying stock, stop funding AI development. European countries have less cash, so they go into recession. They stop supporting the market, pouring excess cash in the U.S. market, and this could have real effects. Now, the U.S. stock market, the U.S. economy in aggregate is so dynamic. You can't really predict what's going to happen, but these are all straws we're adding to the camel's back. You don't know what straw breaks the camel's back, but we definitely know we're adding straws here. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Have a wonderful Monday. I'll see you tomorrow.